It is Car Chronicles. Pardon me for being a little slightly late this morning, honey. Pardon me. I didn't really want to get up this morning. A little tired. I stayed up kind of late. But nevertheless, it is what it is, guys. It is Tuesday, Lord. Lord, please let me get through this day because I am super duper tired already and I ain't even got to work, okay? But yeah, we're running slightly late, running behind a little bit. My son didn't want to get up. I didn't want to. It was one of those mornings where we both were like dragging. So yeah, but we are out the door finally, thank God. But we're out the door and we're moving along, honey. And thank you guys for being here as well, okay? Hopefully you guys are up and out, you got your coffee and your tea, and you got where you need to be this morning, okay? Hi, good morning. I see y'all coming in. I was saying earlier, pardon me for being slightly late this morning, guys. I've been dragging this morning. It's been one of those mornings, like, I just did not want to get up. I was sleeping so good. I went to bed late, first of all. We're not doing that tonight. It's a hell no. I went to bed late, up watching TV, get my show together, that type stuff. Ugh. I will not be doing that this morning. But, tonight, rather. See, I'm tired. We'll not be doing that tonight. But nevertheless, let me go ahead and get my disclaimer out of the way. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my own opinion and is used for fair use in entertainment, okay? Yes, honey. Yes. It's used for my own. All right? It's my words, all right? So y'all don't take none of this personal, for fair use in entertainment, okay? Let's get started. Celebrity news is always first. All right. Let's do that first. Jill Biden. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about her this morning. As you guys know, Jill Biden, if you guys follow the news, Jill Biden has been diagnosed, you guys, with COVID-19. Okay. She tested positive for COVID-19 on yesterday, honey, Labor Day. All right. She is said to be experiencing symptoms, okay? But it said they tested Joe Biden. He is negative. So he tested negative. She tested positive, okay? So prayers for her. As you guys know, we talked about it a few days ago about a new variant, a new strand of the COVID-19 virus, honey, is back out here. So you guys remember to social distance, wear your mask, make sure you're washing your hands, keep hand sanitizers. I keep all that stuff around me. I'm a germaphobe, I already told you guys. I got the wipes and all, I keep all that stuff. I'll be at work, if somebody sneezes, I'll be spraying. They be looking at me like, yes, I did spray, okay? Don't take it personal, baby. I ain't trying to be sick. Because, baby, that COVID is back out there. So y'all be safe. Don't be letting nobody be all up in your face, honey. Social distance and do what you got to do out here to be safe. All right, but so prayers for honey, First Lady Jill Biden, honey. She done got out here and done tested positive for COVID-19. So y'all be safe, because it is back. All right, now I hope I don't catch that shit again. I already told y'all I caught it twice when I did catch it. I caught it the first time, honey, on my little vacation, and then got here and weeks after that caught it again. I was like, damn. But prayers to her. Moving on. For those of you who are into Denzel Washington movies, which I know most of you are, because I sure am, his new movie Equalizer 3, you guys, like I said, with Denzel Washington, is said to be a very good movie. I think it's already out. Denzel Washington, like I said, he is 68 years. I didn't realize he was that damn old. He looks good for his age, as a matter of fact, too. So he is 68 years old, you guys, and he is doing his own stunts in the movie, according to the director, who is Mr. Antoine Fuqua. He's saying that he's been trying to tell Denzel that he didn't want him to do his own stunts. They have stunt doubles because he don't want him to injure himself. But he says that Denzel, honey, he was very adamant about doing his own stunts. So I was just like, wow, that's impressive. At 68, baby, you still running, jumping, climbing, and all that stuff. That's great. But he says that Antoine says that he had to tell Denzel, like, hey, bud, stand down, let your stunt doubles do it. But he said that he was insistent that he wanted to do his own stunts, and says that Denzel actually trains every day. So he is in very good physical condition to be able to do his own stunts. I think that's very impressive. So, yeah, so if you see people doing crazy stunts in the movie, it's him. I was like, okay, now I got to go watch it because I've seen 1 and 2. So now I'm very interested in seeing the Equalizer Part 3, because he was badass in Part 1 and Part 2. Like, baby, he was so smooth with it. Like, he would go in and just take out a whole crew of people by himself. I was just like, yo. So for those of you who are into Denzel Washington movies, The Equalizer, if you watch 1 and 2, baby, they're saying Part 3 is even better. So I'm interested. I will definitely be watching. And they're saying the movie is doing well so far, okay? He's a great actor. I don't think there's ever a Denzel movie that I've ever watched that I did not like. I mean, he can pretty much play any role, and I'm just down for it. Any single, and I can't even say what my favorite Denzel movie is, because I just like every single movie that I've seen. He's just good in everything. It's just like, wow, 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 wow. So they said the movie Equalizer 3, like I said, it's very action-packed. I like stuff like that, so that's right up my alley. But they're saying that the movie has already raked in, I think it's only been out like a week or so, 42 million, okay, in its opening week. The movie has already made 42 million in its opening week. That's impressive. That's impressive. Go on out here, Denzel, and do your thing, baby. I support, and I will be watching the movie. All right, for my Lauryn Hill fans out there and the Fuji fans, we got some updates on that, okay? Because y'all know I'm a music person. All right. So Lauryn Hill, baby, Lauryn Hill and the Fugees are getting ready to be doing a tour. All right. Lauryn Hill, she announces the 17-stop tour for the 25th anniversary of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Okay, that was a great album. Great album. Okay, she sang and rap on that album. She did a good job on that album. That's a great album. So they're saying that the Fugees will be co-headlining the tour for all U.S. and Canadian dates. All right. Now, Pras from the group The Fugees, he was saying that, and he took to social media, he was saying that he didn't even know anything about the tour. I was like, how do you not, you in the group, how do you not know that you're going to be headlining with Lauryn Hill? Like, how did you not know that? You're in the damn group. I guess the connection between the three of them haven't been as strong as I guess we all thought it was, because he was saying he didn't know shit about no tour. So Lauryn, you might want to give him a call or reach out to him, because baby, he's putting you on blast on social media saying he didn't know nothing about it. And he says that he found out about the damn tour via social media like everybody else. I found that to be so funny. But yeah, so hopefully he'll be there. And y'all know Wyclef, he'll be there with his damn guitar, child. He'll probably have his own set, child. Y'all know I love me some Wyclef Jean, honey. But they will be on tour. For those of you who want to wait 2-3 hours, because y'all know Lauryn Hill ass gonna be late, as she always is. She gives a great performance when she gets there. All right. Lauryn has a history of being, and I ain't trying to deter no one from going to the damn show, but I'm just letting you know now. You get tickets to go see her ass, please be prepared to be sitting for about a good 2-3 hours, because her ass is always late. Lauryn stay late, but when she get there, she give a good show. Okay. So tickets will go on sale this Friday. For those of you that want to go, there are several cities out there that they will be hitting up in the U.S. and also in Canada as well. Okay. So a lot of people, of course, I know I read the comments. A lot of people were commenting and they're saying that, does she know that she's going on tour? They're trying to be funny. They were saying all her shows are going to start 6 hours late. I just told y'all she's always late, which she is. Somebody else said this is going to be a trauma bonding tour for the Fugees, when they was talking about Pras not knowing anything about the tour. I'm like, not a trauma bonding tour, damn. So I don't know, guys. It's a great group. Fugees, I like the Fugees. When they were together, they put out some very good music. I love me some Lauryn Hill, but baby, she be tripping. But for those of you that want to go and see the tour, baby, they will be touring in 17 states, okay? So check that out if you are a big Lauryn Hill fan. All right, moving on. The exonerated fives, one of the exonerated five members, Mr. Raymond Santana, okay, the light-skinned guy in the group, says that his divorce to reality star Deelishis, y'all know who Deelishis is, the girl who tongue kissed Flavor Flav. I was just like, let me throw up. Gross. All right, so y'all know the two of them got married. Deelishis married one of the exonerated five. Yeah. And they got divorced, all right, most recently due to her cheating, according to him. And he said that she continuously called the cops on him multiple times, which made him just do away with her, because he said he had already been through what he'd been through with that whole, with all of them being locked up for something they didn't do. So he just has this fear of the cops, and with the cops, in which you should. They were locked up for years for some shit they never did. And then the one thing that you do is go and call the cop on some petty bullshit to have them come there and possibly arrest him again. All right, so they said, of course, y'all know the two of them were actually hooked up and introduced by Candy Burrs. I didn't know that until I read up on it. So Candy Burrs actually hooked them up. Thank you so much, Miss Les Moore, for the super chat, my dear. So Raymond Santana, he opened up in a candid interview, you guys, with Eric White of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And he says that his Flavor of Love reality star wife, Deelishis, began stepping out, you guys, on him, and that he saw a shift in their marriage. Okay, now Raymond says that he told Deelishis, he says, I see it, and says that you're not here anymore. He says that you have to be real with yourself. Either you want this marriage or you don't. It was like she just kind of clocked out. She was doing her own thing. She was coming home when she wanted to. That's just not something that you do when you're in a marriage. If you're unhappy, separate. If separation does not fix it, then go ahead and take the next step, which is divorce. Don't make everybody miserable. If one person wants the marriage and the other don't, y'all got to figure out, go to counseling, figure out what it is that's keeping you guys apart and being on the same page with one another. Because, I mean, two can't be together unless they agree. Damn, one cannot want to be married and the other one don't. If you want to be out here stepping out, being with other people, marriage may not be for you. Obviously, he don't want no, the past situation. And I got to go back there. He don't want no situation where you can go out here being with everybody else. He don't want his wife laying up with other people and coming home when she feel like it, ignoring him, walking past me in the hallway. You can't speak to me. That type of shit, I could not live with that. You mad with me for days and I'm asking what's wrong? Nothing. I'm good, nothing. And it's obviously something going on. Anybody ever had to live in a situation like that? I can tell when something's wrong with my husband without even asking. If you know your spouse that way. I can look at him and his demeanor, everything about him. I could be like, babe, what's wrong? What's going on? And he'll be like, when he let that side, like, I already know. If you know your person that you're with, okay, you just got to know him. But he said he picked up on it very early on, and he told her, like, either you want this or you don't. Like, what is it? What's going on? She wanted to still continue to do what she wanted to do. And then when they have little petty arguments, she would call the cops. That's just not the way to go. Black men already are targets when the popos show up. So you don't want to be calling the police on petty bullshit that you can talk out. Just because you want to be on your petty and feel like you're in control. Don't use the police as a weapon against your spouse, because you don't want to answer questions that he's asking you as it relates to your marriage when you know you're doing stuff that you should not be doing. And that's what it sounds like. And I'm not just taking up for him and saying that he's all right in this situation, because I wasn't there. But I'm going by what he's saying in the interview. If she's stepping out, obviously it's a disconnect somewhere in there to where they were not happy. They weren't married a long time. Okay? He took her kids in. He was like a father to her children. He was taking care of her kids, taking care of her. He got all this money. Y'all remember when they got this huge lawsuit for the exonerated 5? They got a huge lump sum of money, like millions for each one of them. So he was sitting pretty nice. And then shortly after that, he done met her ass, who is a damn gold digger who's trying to, come up and live a certain type of lifestyle off him. All right. So he says that he let Deelishis know that he knew that she was cheating. And that caused her to be angry and lashing out. Okay. Now he says that he loved Deelishis and never ever cheated on her. And he says that their bond came from the fact that they both, kind of struggled. Their struggle that they went through in their lives. That's kind of what made them bond. Okay. He said that both of them went through a certain struggle to survive, which made them kind of bond. All right. So Raymond says that he also asked Deelishis to be honest about to be honest and to admit that she wanted out of the marriage. So she wanted to stay and do what she wanted to do and still live off of him and their lifestyle. Okay, he had just bought a new home, I think it was. He had several nice, luxurious cars that he bought from his money. He was living nice, okay? So Raymond says that he had no bad blood with Deelishis after they decided to part ways and, going to get divorced or whatever. Raymond says that that the real turmoil came when Deelishis became bitter and started, like I said, calling the cops. It was repeatedly. So he says that, you know, when you try to call the police on me and when you take me to court because now you think that you're entitled to some of my money, he says that it's a wrap. She was trying to take half of his money that he got from his settlement, and she was trying to take cars that he had bought prior to even being with her. So I was like, boy, what did you expect? This is Deelishis from Flavor of Love, who was trying to be with Flavor Flav as a come up. I mean, damn, you already knew what she was about. So he says that the court documents say that Deelishis has no rights to his money that he received from his lawsuit from the exonerated 5 money, any of the cars that he possessed or any of the houses that he possessed at all. So that he had, you know, before he dated her and the marriage. Okay, so she ain't gonna be able to get her hands on none of that. But she was very bitter, and I remember when all this was going down because she took to social media and she really downed him and was trying to make it seem like it was him. That she even went as far as saying that that Raymond was very narcissistic and controlling and all this other stuff. She did several lives talking crazy about. I remember that because I follow her on IG, but yeah, she really tried to make him look like he was a monster and that he was just this person who was doing all this stuff to her, but she was the one that was stepping out and cheating, and he was trying to fix the marriage. And that's just sad. That's just sad. So Raymond and Deelishis, they were married only 2 years after meeting in 2019. Okay, Raymond filed for divorce in November of 2021. All right, because he just couldn't take shit no more. I don't blame him. But like I said, Deelishis petitioned the courts for money and cars from Raymond, and it was denied. So, baby, you're going to have to get out here and twerk and do whatever you need to do. You might better find you a pole to slide up and down and make you some little change, honey. Do something strange for some change so you can survive out here. Because Raymond said, not me, girl. Not me, girl. You won't get none of this. None of this money. So, he seems like he's a very nice guy. He seemed like he was a very nice guy. They were on another reality show. You can kind of tell the disconnect between them there as well. I forget the show it was on VH1. Couples Therapy, I want to say that was. Couples Therapy, they were on Couples Therapy. You could tell the disconnect between the two of them even on Couples Therapy. He was trying. It was just like she was just there. And she just did. You could just tell she didn't respect him like that. She didn't have the respect for him as her husband. But, child, so he did receive that huge settlement, and Deelishis was after that damn money, and she felt like she could run out on him and take his damn money, and that just didn't pan out for you, sis. So somebody done got into an accident up here, driving like a bat out of hell, probably. Done slammed into the back of somebody. Lord, I hope they okay, Jesus. Y'all gotta pay attention out here in these streets, sis. Alright, but yeah, moving on, honey. Thank God he got away from her. Now, I found another topic, y'all. I want to talk about this shit because when I heard it, I had already said, nah, we already knew Elvis was something else back in the day. Alright, now, Priscilla Presley, they have a movie coming out called Priscilla, where they're going to be talking about Priscilla Presley, how she came to meet Elvis Presley back in the day. At 14 years old, let's talk about this shit because this is so interesting to me. And I'm so going to watch the movie because y'all know I like documentaries and stuff like that. So I like looking at people's lives, how they met, how they got their start, all that. So Priscilla Presley, honey, Elvis Presley's ex-wife, is in the news after she sat down, okay, and did an interview and once again denied, okay, that she and Elvis Presley were intimate, okay, while she was a minor. Now, we know, like I said, they met when she was 14. He was 24 years old. She was 14 years old. Now, y'all know back in the day, men like the younger women back then. Okay? I ain't saying the shit was right. But what I am saying is if she was 14 and you were 24, bitch, that's wrong. She's still a child in the mind. Let's hear this shit. All right, so they said that Priscilla, honey, she was at a Venice Film Festival to promote the new movie that was coming out called Priscilla. They're saying that during the Q&A that Priscilla was asked about her relationship with Elvis, all right? So they're saying that Priscilla met Elvis, like I said, when she was 14 years old and he was 24 years old. Priscilla insisted that she wasn't sexual with Elvis at age 14, which raised a lot of eyebrows. People were looking like, I don't know about that, Priscilla. I don't know about that old Scylla. Sound like you lying over here now. That's how people's looking at her ass. So they're saying that Priscilla, honey, says that what drew Elvis to her was the fact that he would listen to her, okay, and that she would listen to him, that he was, you know, I guess enamored by the fact that he could pour out his heart to her, and she would just sit there and listen to him. I was just like, yeah, you're doing a little bit more than listening at 14, little Miss Grown in the ass, okay? So she was listening to him pour out his heart to her, something that led to them continuing to see each other even after Elvis came back to the States following his deployment in Germany, okay, which is where they first linked up, okay? So they first linked up in Germany, according to her. All right, so I'm trying to figure out where her parents were for her to be 14 and out with a 24-year-old man. Like, did they not care that she was out with a grown-ass man? Like, that's giving too much, sir. But moving on. So Priscilla says that the fact that Elvis could confide in her and trust her and was the basis of their relationship, okay? I see him. Thank you. My car is not gonna let you hit nobody, I swear to God. Oh Lord. All right, so she also goes on to say that people believed that the two of them were sleeping together. She says that's not true. They never slept together, and that Elvis respected her, okay, until she became of age. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I want to. I don't believe that you've been around him at age 14 with just you and him. I don't believe that you did not take it there until you were older, Priscilla Presley. And I'm gonna watch this damn movie and I'm gonna see what it's given too, because I done read up on some old stuff about the two of them. You were dating Elvis at that age. You were. She's trying to say she didn't sleep with him until she was an older teen. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. What y'all think? Put in the comments. Do y'all think that she was hanging around and dating Elvis and that they were not intimate at a young age? Do y'all believe that? Priscilla did admit that Elvis did kiss her. Check this out. She admitted in the interview that Elvis did kiss her at 14, and at 17 she went to go and visit him with her parents' permission. Okay? You let him kiss on you at 14, sis. Okay? Now, we all know things start with a kiss. All right? We all know that. And Elvis and Priscilla, honey, y'all was doing a little bit too much there, sounds like. All right? Priscilla, you sound like you was a little hot in the ass back then, sis. I'm sorry. You saying you 14, you ain't doing nothing. All right, so for many years, Elvis got scrutiny for zeroing in on a young girl, which is Priscilla, okay? But Priscilla says that Elvis, honey, was the love of her life. Okay, she says Elvis was the love of her life. And in the new film called Priscilla, you guys, it's said to show a darker side to Elvis, which she says she's not happy about, okay? And they're showing Elvis's estate. They're saying that Elvis's estate is also not happy about the way he's going to be depicted in the movie as well. Well, hell, it is what it is. People always want to show the good side of a person to make people believe, oh, this person never had any flaws and this person never did anything bad or no drugs or anything like that. But we already know what it was between the two of them. I mean, damn, if you did, you did. Shit, you grown now, admit the shit. Elvis is gone now. Elvis is gone now. Your daughter has already deceased now. Well, is deceased now. You can go ahead and say that now. It's no secret. Everybody already know the story between the two of them. But I will be watching the movie so that I want to get a clear understanding of how the two of them met and how her life was running and being with him as a young girl. Like, you should have been in school at 14. You should not have been running with no damn 24-year-old man, Elvis. And I feel like the family allowed her to do that because he had a little change over there. He was famous and he had a little money, and maybe he was, you know, throwing a little bit of money their way as well. Maybe it could have been hush money, you know. But it sounded like he was on your R. Kelly back then, sir. That's what it's giving me. Elvis is sounding like he was on your R. Kelly back then, sir. People don't want to admit that. But if you're 14, you should not have been with no 14-year-old. But she wants to say that until she was older, that she was not intimate with Elvis, which I can't believe that, okay? So the movie is set to come out, they're saying, later this year, and no date has been announced as of yet. I will come back and let you guys know when there's an update on that, okay? But like I said, back then, younger women were with older men, and that was, you know, really wasn't frowned upon back then, as long as the man was a provider, and I guess as long as the parents approved of the relationship, then I guess it was okay back then. I don't see it as being okay, because you're still a child. Mentally, you're not even on the same wavelength mentally as Elvis was, as a 24-year-old and a 14. What he's thinking about you, it hasn't even occurred to you. She's 14, her 14-year-old mind, she should be playing with dolls and, you know, stuff like that. What he's thinking about, she ain't even thinking about. And we already know what he's thinking about at 24, okay? Because during that age, your hormones are raging, okay? They just are. So I don't believe it. I think that she's just not, she don't want to paint him in a negative light to say that he was doing something with her at a young age, but I feel like something may have been going on. I just don't see her hanging around him like that. And because what is the connection? What are you guys talking about? How is it that as a 14-year-old that you're able to understand adult situations that he's going through and things that he's going through? I don't get it. Let's move on though. Got a little update on Erica Mena. I'm really tired of talking about her, but this is a trending topic, so we're going to talk. Erica Mental is what I like to call her ass, because she is indeed crazy. All right, so they're saying that Erica Mena, honey, she is in a lot of trouble with her recent arrest, where the cops says that she was very belligerent, continuously biting them, and even claimed to be pregnant, you guys, when she actually is not pregnant. And she was saying she was pregnant because she didn't want to be arrested. Okay, after all that fighting and biting her ass was doing. So they're saying, of course y'all know that Erica Mena, Bambi, and Zell Swag, and another guy that was with them was arrested, you guys. But Erica Mena got more charges, and she also received felonies behind this recent arrest, okay? And of course, they were asked to leave the lounge in Atlanta. They refused to, but it sounded like that Zell Swag and Bambi actually jumped in to prevent security and the police from arresting Erica. It's from what it's saying in the post that I actually pulled up, that they were actually fighting security. They weren't just fighting some random person. They were fighting security to keep them, well, get them off Erica. But Erica was the aggressor in this situation. I said I can totally see that, because we've seen that so many times on national television, okay? So they're saying that according to cops, that Erica Mena was fighting like hell, brutalizing security guards, and she even chomped down on one of the officers' forearm and would not let go, okay? Says that she also kicked another officer in the face, and it says that another officer that he took a bunch of licks from her as well, okay? So she was very, very wild and out of control. And then once they finally got a handle on her, like I said, which y'all know, cops did press charges, and she has felonies that she's facing behind this. But they're saying after the struggle with Erica, that cops were able to get her under control. They're saying that once that she was cuffed, that Erica repeatedly told cops that she was pregnant. And this says that Erica's own attorney has now come out to say that Erica was lying, that she is not. I said, oh, she's lying, she's not pregnant. So she was trying to avoid going to jail by saying that she was pregnant. During this altercation, when she's doing all this fighting and biting and being wild, now all of a sudden you pregnant when them handcuffs go on you, because you don't want to see the inside of a jail cell, when that's where your ass need to be, because you are wild and crazy disrespectful out here. All right, so she is facing that, plus lying to the cops. So like I said, Zell and Bambi, they asses got in trouble trying to protect her and jumping in trying to keep the cops off her. Now they're facing misdemeanor obstruction charges as it relates to this, because they jumping in trying to help Erica Mena's wild ass, when she don't even really give a hot damn about y'all, because she done called what? Spice a monkey. So she see y'all asses that as well. So y'all done went out here and got up charges for somebody who see you as a M-O-N-K-E-Y. Okay? Yeah. As a monkey, sis. All right, so Erica is said to be, like I said, the aggressor in this situation, and she is facing several felony charges, all right? And as you also know, she has recently been fired from Love and Hip Hop after making her remarks against Spice, okay? So, yeah, Mona Scott Young, which is the producer of that show, we've already done a live about it, has decided to go ahead and let Erica go on the next season of Love and Hip Hop. They should have went ahead and let her ass go for the remainder, but I know they have contracts and stuff to fulfill. She did sign a contract, so I don't know. So next season her ass will not be on there, and she don't need to be. Moving on, honey. Tisha Mae Scott. All right, let's talk about her this morning. She took to social media, honey, on her IG post to make a subliminal post. All right, don't know who it was to, but we're gonna talk about it. All right. She goes on to say, I'm not clearing single about me. Okay? Now, y'all know everybody's been talking about that bugs when, you know, the money's been stolen and Miss Joy and all this other stuff. The rumors about the infidelities of Marceau out here cheating and having threesomes. There's a whole lot of stuff going on about them. So she goes on to say that I'm not clearing up a single rumor about me. I don't care what you heard. She says, go hear it again. All right? Wonder who that's to. She's always doing the subliminals, though. She won't never say who it's to, but she likes to vent on social media, obviously. You need to be talking to your husband, sis. This same husband that you was just bragging on social media the other day saying that you guys were celebrating 17 years of marriage. All right? I thought they was celebrating 17 years last year. Y'all still stuck on 17. Usually you go to 18 after 17. But I could have sworn that Wanda was saying people going to put some respect on my daughter's marriage because they done been married for, Wanda was trying to say 17 years, I think, last year. So now, Tisha and them, they on IG talking about they celebrating 17 years of marriage. They sitting in the car singing together. Anthony Hamilton can't let go and all this. So, child, you been let go. You let go before you even grabbed on. Like, cut it out. And I don't want to see nobody's marriage go downhill. But, baby, when you got a disrespectful man like Marceau who publicly disrespect you like that, don't be on social media doing those subliminals trying to talk about what you don't care about when you do. If you didn't care, you would have made a post about it. If I don't care about something, I don't address it. If I don't care about something, I'm not making a post about it. Period. That's just how I feel. If I don't care about something, you will not hear me talk about it. I am paying it dust. That means the situation, that means the person, that means all of it. If you don't hear me talk about that shit, I don't care. That's how much I don't care. Because I refuse to give it any life. Tisha always says she don't care about something, but baby, you do. You be so damn pressed about situations. You do. You care about what people say on social media. You care about what people say about your marriage. You do. You do, because you stay crying about it. You stay addressing it and throwing out subliminals. And then calling your mama and hyping her up so she can go on social media and do these lives in an effort to defend you. Tisha is the one who be putting the battery in her mama back. Now all of a sudden Wanda wants to be this helicopter mom. You want to be a mom now when you have time when Tisha was a child because your mama had to raise her. That's the problem I have with people. You want to parent to your child when they was a child, but now that they grown, Tisha 41, and now you want, oh, my daughter, my baby. She ain't no baby. She's a grown-ass woman. Tisha make choices based on how you and I guess her mom, her grandma raised her. You raised her to be a silent mean girl and a jealous mean girl. Wanda, you are raised the same way. We talked about it yesterday in the live where I played it. Tisha is a replica of her mother. You don't like girls. You don't like other women. You don't like people who are successful or more successful than you. Okay? She don't. But then you like to throw off your insecurities on other people because you feel a certain type of way that your life is not going in the direction that you want it to be in. If you're so happy, then why every other day are you posting subliminal messages about what you don't care about and you sick and tired of this and you ain't gonna keep lying on me and you ain't gonna this and this? Girl, live your life. You're not gonna please everybody in your life. You're not gonna please everybody on social media. Some people gonna like you, some people will not. Some people ain't gonna fool with you, some people will. The ones that do, take it and run with it, baby. Your mama got you out here feeling like everybody's supposed to kiss your ass, like she feel like everybody's supposed to kiss hers, and that's just not gonna be what it is. I mean, your own husband don't kiss your ass for you, child. So yeah, I'm sorry. You don't really have no fans like that, baby. You shouldn't have been on social media. You shouldn't have been on Love and Marriage Huntsville putting your business out there if you don't want people to talk about it. I keep saying, once you step on a reality show, your life, baby, as you know it, is going to be talked about. You're going to be scrutinized. People are going to pick you apart. You got to be able to handle that. And if you can't handle that, then the show may not be where you need to be. We're going to do reviews on it. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be uncomfortable, but that's your life. Everybody know your marriage is not perfect. Your husband is you. But if you choose to stay in that situation and allow that, who am I to say anything, baby? Stay in a situation where your husband keeps talking crazy to you. and keep hopping online. That energy that you're giving everyone else needs to be given to him. If you can't tell the person who's living in your house that you're unhappy and that you're tired of this and that you're tired of that, don't be on social media throwing off on everybody else, making everybody else feel like you're so miserable because of them, when the problem is in your own house. Charity begins at home, then it spreads abroad. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I really don't. I don't want to hear it. Okay? You living in a house of turmoil, baby. You are living in a house of turmoil. And if you want to pretend that your life is so grand, baby, please be my guest. Please continue to act like your life is so grand when you're miserable, Tisha. And I have the same issue with Kimmy. We're going to talk about her here in a few seconds. Because of both of them, you guys are being gaslit like hell by your husbands and disrespected on a daily. You guys are giving more than you're receiving. And it's frustrating to you, so you hop on social media and pour out your frustrations on other people. Talk to your husband and figure out why he continues to disrespect you and use you and publicly disrespect you and embarrass you. Okay? If you don't care, stay off social media. Don't talk about the shit. I don't talk about stuff I don't care about. I don't address stuff I don't care about. I really don't. I mean, y'all can put in the comments what you think, all right? You can put in the comments what you think. But it's crazy. She continues to do that. I don't understand that with her. It's like you're using social media as your therapy or something. Like, go see a therapist, child. Speech therapy first. Start with speech therapy first. Speech therapy first, and then see a head therapist. Maybe shock therapy. That might work. See a therapist. Take your mama with you. Y'all figure out why the two of y'all act the same. Figure out why the two of y'all act the same. Figure out why you got to always bring your mama into your business and have her on social media doing lives, calling people monkeys, trying to protect you, looking crazy. Okay? Figure that out. Figure that out, why you got to keep going and getting surgeries in order to try to keep your husband's eyes on you when they still on other women. It starts with yourself. If you watching my channel, because I know she be watching the content creators. If you don't love yourself, baby, you're going to continue to keep getting surgeries. And obviously, you still out here eating. You can't go keep getting on the table, baby, and then still eat. You need to push back from the table and stay off the table. So you can be happy. Yeah. You want to be happy. You're looking at mail and all these Jay Bowling pictures, and that bothers you that you still out here being a little chunky. You can't go get on the surgery table and then go to Golden Corral. You can't do that. And then be looking at mail up there in the Jay Bowling pictures and wonder why you ain't slim and trim and out here serving the girls like that, like you want to. If that a little shade, that's a little shade. I'm sorry. Y'all know Mel was killing the girls out here with them pictures. And y'all know Tisha sitting back watching them, taking notes, because that's what she do. I know you're feeling a little weight by them Jay Bowling pictures, Tisha. Maybe that's what you're talking about. But, there you go, child. Let me get off you, Tisha. We already know what's going on with you, child. All right. I want to talk about a little bit about Maurice and damn Kimmy. It's weird to me how the two of them keep changing their story in terms of how they met. Fans don't believe that Kimmy and Maurice's relationship is this lovey-dovey relationship that they keep trying to lead on, especially how Maurice continues to once again gaslight and lie. And according to Kimmy, when she let it slip out at the reunion that he'd be out till 5 o'clock in the morning, a lot of people kind of raised their eyebrows like, hold up, what you letting your husband be out that late for? Like, what's out at 5 o'clock in the morning besides, what's open that late besides some legs? I mean, damn. And you sitting there on the couch talking about you going through chemo and all this. He needs to be home with you, sis. Now, y'all know they just celebrated an anniversary, their 5-year anniversry as well, all right? Now, fans done drag Maurice and Kimmy for their fake love, okay, on the show. And then y'all know that trailer, the new trailer that they just put out for Love and Marriage Huntsville, as well as past episodes. People are going in on them, all right? So recently, Maurice posted videos and pictures of he and Kimmy on an anniversary getaway, okay? And fans did not believe that Maurice, they didn't believe his antics, his love antics, what he was trying to say. He wrote this whole post about Kimmy. Now, I'm not saying he don't have love for her, but I feel like when he said he said that I see us being together for the next 5 years. If I love a person, if I'm going to make a post about my husband and our anniversary, I'm going to say forever. The next 5 years, like where you going in the next 5 years? You only see yourself with Kimmy in the next 5 years? A lot of people kind of went in on him for that. When he said, oh, I see us being together, married another 5 years. Usually a person say forever or until death or something like that. It was just weird for him to say another 5 years. So Kimmy done got your credit fixed and done fixed you up because you didn't have shit when you met Kimmy. Kimmy is your come up. We already talked about your credit score being barely 400, okay? And Kimmy kind of looked, y'all remember when he mentioned that on the stage, Kimmy looked at him like, bitch, why would you tell that? But he didn't have nothing, including a bad, that credit score was bad. He didn't have no businesses. He was sleeping on somebody's couch. He didn't have nothing. But I feel like Kimmy's, her biological clock was ticking when she met Maurice. She was just ready to be with somebody. And she was the one who initiated the relationship because she said she is the one that slid in his DMs and used the fact that she wanted Maurice to cut Jalen's hair as a means to try to holler at him. Okay. Now, during that time, and I'm going to say, I feel like he and Kiowa were in a space to where, according to Kiowa, that the two of them were trying to work on their situation. Now, y'all know when a person break up in a relationship, when you break up, y'all know that break up to make up stuff, okay? Give me 1 second, let me badge in. Y'all know that break up to make up stuff. Y'all know how that works, okay? When you're in that situation, there's a lot of intimacy involved because you're trying to feel yourself out. I feel like Maurice, and I said it before, I feel like Maurice was sleeping with Kimmy and Kiowa, which is why Kiowa does not like Kimmy to this day. She still has animosity towards her because Maurice led Kiowa to believe that the two of them were going to work things out and were going to stay together for the sake of their son, maybe, Monster. But I feel like once Kimmy, which to her own admission, she went to one of Kiowa's sex toy parties, because she used to sell the sex toy, and that's where she actually met Maurice. And they're saying through some other type of friend or something like that, from what I'm hearing. But Kimmy pursued Maurice knowing his situation, but I feel like he downplayed his situation with Kiowa to say that they were in the middle of separation or divorcing, when that's really not what it was. He was still getting the nookies from Kiowa. Okay, he was still getting the nookies from Kiowa and making Kimmy believe that things were not as serious as it was. Okay, so that he can have the best of both worlds. And men do that. Men do that. They tell you what you want to hear. A lot of times men who be married won't even tell you that they're married. They'll say, oh, we've separated. And my thing is, separated still means married. You ain't got no paperwork showing that you're divorced. Baby, you are still married. You still married, okay? But we're going to finish this. So, like I said, Kimmy has been called a liar for saying on the show that she grew up in Baltimore. Y'all remember she always says, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore. I grew up in Baltimore. But they're saying on her marriage license, whenever she and Maurice got married, that she put on there that she's from Detroit. So I'm trying to figure out, Kimmy, where are you really from? Because your story keeps changing in terms of how you met Maurice and where you're from. I don't know what's going on with the two of them. I believe that the two of them, it was like a three-way thing between them. And I think Maurice kind of put them in a triangular situation because he wasn't ready to let Kiowa go. Kiowa wasn't ready to let go. She was holding on real tight to Maurice. All right. I feel like they still had some problems, but I feel like he was still messing around with and sleeping with Kimmy. And Kiowa. He was sleeping with both of them, which is why Kiowa still looks at Kimmy the way that she does. I feel like she low-key still hates Kimmy, but she tolerates her because she knows she has to deal with Kimmy because her son is staying in the same house as Kimmy. Okay. Now, Kimmy has been called a liar, okay, for her take on how she met Maurice and how she started dating him. Now, y'all remember when she was getting her haircut, she was saying that she called Maurice and she slid into his DMs and she started trying to talk to him then. But during that time, he was still kind of in limbo with his situation with Kiowa, okay? She's changed her story quite a few times, but then she keeps wanting Kiowa to apologize to her for calling her a side chick when really that's what you are. If their situation was not fully over, if Maurice was not divorced when you met him and they were just separated, you, ma'am, were a side chick. And I don't know why Kimmy can't accept that. You were a side chick. I don't care what Maurice told you. I don't care how much you were in love with him. Baby, if you did not let this man handle his business and fully divorce his ex-wife, you, ma'am, were a side chick. That's period. I don't know why women like to say, oh, they're separated. He's living in another house. Okay. And he could still take his ass back over there and be sleeping with this woman because he's still her husband. They still have rights to one another. Now, he done sat here, him and Kimmy dated for years. I want to say like 7 years before he put a ring on it. And I said before, I don't feel like he would have married Kimmy if they weren't on the show. I feel like he would have strung that along even longer had they not been on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I feel like he would not have married Kimmy in the time that he married her had they not been on this damn show. I feel like he would have still continued to be going back and forth. I feel like he would have still been going back and forth and playing both women because he still takes sides with Kiowa, if y'all notice. And that's what pisses Kimmy off because she feel like, okay, I got you now. I'm the wife now. And you still be catering to Kiowa. And that pisses her off. And that's because you did not allow the two of them to finish what they started. Keep getting in the middle of people's situations thinking you're going to change him. And you think because you got a better body and all this other stuff, you're a little bit more educated. You got this going on and that going on. No. Maurice played the hell out of both women. And he's still doing it. He's still using Kiowa to make Kimmy jealous. And there, even though she's married to him now. And Kiowa is still holding on to Scott, even though she's married. So that says that she has not fully let go of Maurice. She's still, and you can tell she still have feelings for Maurice. And I feel like she just married this other person just to have somebody. But I feel like her heart is still with Maurice. And every time she see Kimmy and Maurice together, it bothers her. Knowing that the two of them could have worked things out probably. Had Kimmy step back and allowed them to finish what they started. But Kimmy was trying to say, oh, I didn't even know them. I didn't even know. I feel like she knew what was going on. She don't want to admit to it. But I feel like she knew that the two of them were still in a situationship and they were not completely done. Even though she will never admit it, okay? Maurice was said to be, like I said, separated from Kiowa. And Maurice, like I said, was he was messing with both women. And I feel that and I stand on that. I really do. And Kimmy needs to go ahead and acknowledge the fact that, baby, you stepped in a situation that you shouldn't have been in. And for the rest of your life, you're going to be called a side chick. And Kiowa, that's why Kiowa will never apologize to her because she knows what it is. If y'all keep watching the show, Kiowa will not apologize to her. And she keeps saying, what did I do? I was just being his wife. What did I do? You stepped in this situation. And Kimmy keeps trying to make people believe that that's not what it was. She sat with Mel. Y'all remember when her and Mel met up on the past episode? Mel was like, well, did you step in between them? Because people are tired of hearing about it. People are tired of hearing about this. Either you should have waited or you should have just let Maurice figure his situation. I don't feel like she let him figure it out. And I feel like she's going to forever be called a side chick in this situation. And you can't be mad at nobody but yourself because you got him under the wrong pretenses, ma'am. He won't done with his situation with his wife. And you was messing with him, and I feel like Kimmy was sleeping with Maurice during that time, even though she tried to say, me and him weren't even intimate. Me and him didn't date until he was fully divorced. I don't believe that. Because what was your hold on him? What were you holding on so tight for if you guys weren't intimate? What were you holding on so tight to Maurice for? What was going on with him that was so much so till you just had to have Maurice? Well, he didn't have shit going on. Maurice had like a whole rap sheet. Y'all know we did a live on it. Maurice got a whole rap sheet of shit he's done when he been locked up a few times. He ain't have no credit. He ain't have nowhere to stay. He ain't have no job. He ain't have shit. He was cutting people's hair. Here and there, maybe making $25 here, $20 there. Just random. He didn't have no real concrete job. Kimmy was the one that was the nurse. Kimmy had everything. So really you was taking care of a man in an effort to have somebody because you were tired of being by yourself. She's older than him. She's older than Maurice. So he saw the opportunity and a come up being with Kimmy. I guess he felt like Kimmy could do more for him than Kiowa was doing, which I feel is why he maybe chose Kimmy. Because Kimmy could take him in the direction that he was trying to go. Kimmy was giving him things. Kimmy was, doing things for him. Maybe that Kiowa wasn't able to do. And then once they got on the show, their money became a little bit better, which then that pissed Kiowa off even more because she knew that she had lost Maurice then. She couldn't hold a candle to Kimmy then because she was getting Love and Marriage Huntsville checks in addition to what she was already making. I said, wow. So yeah, he was getting community pain, guys. That's what it was. That's what it's giving. He's giving community pain, and you can't be mad at nobody but yourself because you stepped up in a situation you shouldn't have been in, and you're gonna forever have to deal with that scarlet letter on your forehead and deal with Kiowa and her attitude towards you because of how you came within their marriage. I don't care if he was sleeping on somebody else's couch, he was still married, and that's what Kiowa was trying to get her to realize. But Kimmy will not. She is. She's very strong mind. She's very strong-willed, and she's very bullheaded. She will not admit the fact that she was a side chick. And baby, that's exactly what you were. But we're going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys for being here this morning. Please hit the like button if you did not. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Les Moore, for the super chat, and anyone else that left a super chat or a cash app, whatever you guys left. I appreciate you supporting this channel very heavy. I will be popping in today to do a petty pop in. Yes, I will. So you guys be on the lookout for that. All right. Love you guys all the way down. Thank y'all for being here. Please hit the like. Please hit the notification bell so you will be notified when we have new and exciting videos, which is all the time. All right. Thank you guys. And also subscribe to this channel if you did not do that as well. Okay. Love you guys and goodbye.